Surprise, motherfucker.
Good evening, and welcome to Cardiff City World, and welcome to the Flower Hour. Tonight I am joined by Mr. Evan James. Good evening, my friend. How are we?
Evening. I'm doing as well as I could be. I'm absolutely terrified to hear what these questions are going to be, but yeah.
It's all fun and games. So The plan for tonight, guys, we'll have a little chat now about some of the things that's been going on, or the lack of things that have been going on, shall we say. But then we've got something new that Simon's created. Evan's got 8 questions he's going to ask me. I've got 8 questions to ask Evan, and we're going to kind of keep it going week by week, whether it's me presenting, Evan presenting, and Rob. Between the three of us, we're going to kind of keep track of who's going to win come, I guess, we'll do it all through the summer type of thing. And apparently there's some kind of forfeit as well. So
you get a week off working for Cardiff City World.
Volunteering for Cardiff City World. But no, it's all about fun and games. Obviously, I'm going to ask Evan the questions. We will hide the comments, but obviously, guys in the chat, get involved, put your answers in there. We will hide the comments, so obviously myself and Evan
press red button and get your answers in as well.
Can't see them, but but we'll come on to that. How's your week been missing? Obviously, I know there's been football on. There's still Premier League football on, and obviously Tottenham beats Man United last night. Did you watch any of that at all?
No, I didn't, but I saw the result, and I'm really happy Brennan scored. Was it the only goal? Yeah, it was the only goal as well. And to be fair, I think I still forget that Brennan Johnson plays for Spurs, if I'm being honest. And I still forget that Heung-min Son plays for them as well. And he's, all this time he's still going. As soon as Harry Kane leaves, then they end up getting a trophy, or more or less as soon as they do. But it's crazy because I didn't see any of the match. I knew I had friends going all the way down to Bilbao, wasn't it? And to go all the way there, right? And again, whether you're a Spurs or Man United fan, I genuinely just feel sorry for you. And I think Gareth Bale even said it himself. Like, what would you rather, be known as a season where you won a trophy, but you were that bad in the league, or not? And I was just thinking, I'm just so glad I'm not a Spurs or Man United fan. No disrespect to them, but I'm thinking, how did it even end up with those two teams? I don't know, but I
don't follow the European stuff as much now because it kind of branches off. There's 2 or 3 different finals in it, I think, nowadays, is rather than where there used to be the
too
Champions
much to keep
League.
Track of.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a feeling the biggest teams as well, Liverpool were obviously at that time focused on the title. I'm sure obviously they put a good squad out, but you know what I mean? They teams who are doing better in the league, even like some Man City, their number one priority is we got to catch back up. We got to make sure we at least get Champions League football. I mean, it's all well and good, all that, but I think it was almost like no one really took interest in this cup run. Not to discredit the teams that made it far. It's just that I feel like, especially Liverpool not winning it in the Premier League in so long, or at least since lockdown, all gas was going towards that. But fair play to Spurs, and I mean, look, it's nice to know that they do have a trophy now, because I mean, it ends this
and they've got Champions League football next season as well.
Yeah, so it's well done to them. But I gotta say, I am generally shocked at Man United at only 1 point, 1 place above relegation, which is absolutely insane to think that they got to the finals. I generally don't understand.
Yeah, it's bonkers crazy. That you think that the club the size of Man United to be down and then around that is crazy. But it just goes to show the strength and depth in that league now, I think. And
also the ownership as well. They say about the Glazers they hate them so much. I noticed. I'm not sure if Sai is a Man United fan. I think he used to
only
do
when he speaks to Rhodri, I think.
Oh, right, okay. Well, he went on his channel, Ace Podcast. So it was Ace Podcast Nation. I think when he had his separate channel, he did some Man United talk as well.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I was gonna say, it's crazy how many similarities Cardiff and Man United have. And I just looked at it, and I'm not a Man U fan. I wouldn't even say I'm a Liverpool fan, even though my dad supports it. I'm just through and through Cardiff, and that's it. But it's the fact that like you see a common trend of like owners who either don't listen, don't care, or just too slow to take action. And that correlates to them doing worse at the table. And you might think at first, how does that correlate? But everything starts from the top down. We always say it.
Yeah. Not much in the way of any news really coming out of Cardiff this week, really. Still, I'd have liked to have had a manager put in place by now. But I think the odds on managers, I think, is it Ian Evatt, I think his name is highly linked now. The odds have come crashing down with him. But I read something today, apparently there was 100 applicants. Some have been interviewed, this, that and the other. So I don't think it's far away. It's not a name I've particularly heard of before, in Ian Evatt, to be honest. I don't know too much about him. I don't know if you do yourself, but...
Only know him since he was the bottom manager, and from what I heard, he was really excited to sign a Tete. He saw him as Drogba. So I can't remember, someone in the WhatsApp group we have, someone put like he was like, oh, you remind him of Didier Drogba or something, and it just completely didn't work out. So the fact that he was inaccurate in that judgment just makes me think, if we get a manager who doesn't know who to sign, we haven't got anyone else at the club who has a clue and knowing what to sign and who to sign. So I just hope like it would make sense if we get him, because it's like it's not the biggest name. He's not the worst choice out there by far. But I think it's just kind of like we'll just get him. He'll do. He's got some in. But I think what is one thing that's reassuring, that he does have a decent amount of League One Championship experience from what I've heard, more than Des Buckingham. But equally, I would prefer Des Buckingham given the choice, just because from the teams he's kind of taken, even like the teams he's managed like in India and everything like that, just like the most random sort of like teams. And they like Oxford as well, like they're in the Championship because of Des Buckingham. What you can say what you want about Gary Rowett, and I know he's done a good job, but I genuinely really shocked when they sacked Des Buckingham at Oxford. I was thinking, what are they doing? And it worked in their favour, but I genuinely thought he would have done enough anyway to keep him up. But again, that's my opinion. And like I would prefer someone with more experience, and I said that. And the irony is, I'm asking for someone with slightly less experience now. It's just like until we get clarity, I can't get behind anything they say yet. I think we really have to see something by the end of this month. I don't know when. We could be waiting ages. But I think the longer it goes on now, the more fans will start to get a bit think about it, and any news we get will kind of cling on to it, because that's what happens. You see, like, I'm not going to name names, but certain articles, let's say, that litter loads of ads on their sites, they just love to sort of like name drop anything or just say anything, and fans will just like cling on to that piece of information because it's all we're getting. We're being drip fed information, and that's the worst part, because there's no games, there's no football games or anything else to watch while we wait. It's just like one sentence that like the board says, and we have to like, what's the meaning behind all this and everything? Oh, he said it this way, and it's like, I hate this kind of stuff. I just want to see it happen, but I understand.
I think that's all I've seen on the socials. Yeah. We've sold 1,500 tickets. We've sold 3,000 season tickets. Now we're on 5,000 season tickets, I think.
Like, cool.
I think,
like,
if you would, I would personally think that, let's get somebody in the early doors and let's try and boost them numbers up. I think we just need to get behind whoever goes in there, and you're never going to please everybody, and that's the thing with Cardiff supporters. You'll always
just give them time. Like, I know they say like, they want to take their time to sign, like we did with Bullet, but like regardless of who you get in, as long as they have some experience in the leagues there, right? If you give them as much time as possible, it takes the pressure off them early in the season. It takes the pressure off the players thinking like, oh, we don't know what kind of style of football we're going to be playing now. You get the maximum amount of time you do to get the players used to the playing style. Because whatever we do, every time a new manager is, even if they play the same possession style football, they want to play a different way. They have different players in mind. And with Bullet, I find that our preseason was shocking. And I kind of BS myself in that it was all right, because you could see that we didn't use half of our players, like Willock or Kanga, until almost the season started. And then he expected us to sort of play Man City football when half of them have barely played a preseason game. So, like, I just want to make sure we don't do that. Obviously, this season I think would include more youth. I hope so. But yeah, I just want a manager in soon. It doesn't have to be the biggest name. I just need someone to get clarity and just give them time.
Yeah, fair comment. Right, before we start the quiz, I'm going to dive in the comments and say good evening to some of our viewers. So Jeff posted a question there earlier. I think I got the right answer, Jeff. Suze is in the chat. Good evening, Suze. And Paul as ever. Good evening, buddy. Bob Bank 27. Good evening, my friend. Good evening, Graham. Hope you're well, mate. Jonathan Davis, I think we mentioned this earlier, there have been over 100 candidates whittled down to the two strongest candidates, Ian Evatt and Des Beckenham. That 100-long list must be fucking awful.
About 98 Omar Rhys is in there, probably.
Graham says, God, it was a boring final. It was like watching Cardiff.
Going back, he just said City, he didn't specify Cardiff. You never know. Yeah. Could be Man City. I doubt it.
Man, you attack like this the past two seasons, get down the wings and cross into no fucker in the box. Rhys's mum is in the chat, Lorna Evans. Good evening. Hope Jamie's all right. I know Jamie's had a trip to hospital this week. Lorna's son and Rhys's brother. So pass on our best wishes, Lorna. I hope he's on the mend. Jeff says, good evening. My other phone is dying, so I can't Google the answers. That's all right. Rhys David Evans will do all the Googling for you, Jeff. He's good at that.
Quick typer.
It's okay, Jeff. Rhys will help you with Google. Jonathan Davis, yeah. Filter our way down through the comments. There's plenty in there already. Apparently, Dalman was involved in the Glazers' takeover of Man United.
Can't tell how much satire is involved in that comment, but I believe it anyway.
Ian Evatt, ex-Blackpool centre-back, as well as an awful manager at Bolton Wanderers. Got them promoted to League One, but turned on their players and fans. They hate him.
Oh, that's just the perfect candidate for Cardiff City, isn't it? Like someone just to fall out with Tan and like, oh.
Yeah, I'll keep saying it. It doesn't matter who manages us. The fans will be calling for him to be sacked before long.
It's just a fair comment, to be fair. I think we all quite fast to change. But I think the last two managers we really were patient with Omar Reza and Bullet, not including Ramsey, obviously. I felt like Bullet we were very, very patient with. And well, even Omar Reza, I just think that every manager now it's going to be the case. We're waiting for that moment we get 3 losses in a row. And then it's going to happen, isn't it?
Yeah. Graham's got it in there early. Evatt out. I'm getting it in early.
Put it in the future.
Martin Ryan still thinks it's going to be Ramsey. Jonathan says, I hope Evatt is a smokescreen and is a good manager hidden. Nobody got wind of Bullet till he signed. Still holding hope of a repeat. Thing is, our managerial appointments don't excite. We got big egos in our dressing room, and managers who are linked have all failed when it comes to managing egos. Need a strong character. Darren Moore.
100%. He's not going to come, but it's because it's a reasonable choice. That's why he's not going to come.
Rhys says, need to replace that Dubois lad who is signing our players for us. Lad's been a shambles. Martin says, we just want to watch positive football. Graham does say, it would be typical Cardiff to take all this time, then give it to Ramsey.
Just like the reason, yeah, honestly. That baffled me, honestly.
To be fair, Ian Evatt, our new gaffer, had left before Tete was signed. The Cardiff way has always involved exciting wingers. We need the board to stop thinking they know better than the managers signing players behind their backs, full stop. Our board are clueless. So again, that's another fair comment. Bob Banks says, I would still gamble on Rambo. I'd at least have him in and around the coaching staff. 100% agree with that. Good evening, Howell. Hope you're well, mate. Ruben Amorim not coming here, is he? No. Lorna watched Spurs win the 1984 European Cup. I think I was still sucking on my mother's tit then, I think, in 1984. Sorry, Mum, if you're watching this. Jonathan Davis. I wasn't born in 84. Thanks, Matt. Jamie's doing okay. Tuesday was a very long day. Glad he's on the mend. Right. I think we nearly caught up. Penalties for Spurs in 1984. Tony Park's a surprise hero. Howell says, if we don't start the season well, how long will the board time give him?
Christmas. I don't know, it's hard to say. It's like Omar Rhys was given so much time, and all of a sudden 3 games to go, he's no good anymore. But yet we've had other people like Steve Morrison who got sacked straight away without even we really knew what was the main reason, or at least not for the first half a year that he went. It's crazy. Like you can never predict it, can you? You always know Cardiff City are never boring in terms of the decisions we make off the field, but on the field,
full of drama. Always be full of drama.
Oh yeah.
So how do you want to obviously do the Flower Hour quiz is back now on a Thursday, as we mentioned earlier. Shall I ask you the question, give you a minute or two, and then we'll have you an answer, and then we'll see if anybody in the chat has got it before you ask me mine?
So are we going to go through all of one quiz first, and then is that what we want to do, is it?
No, we'll just go back and forth. You ask one, I ask one. Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly, again, just prefacing everyone now, right? I am going to hide the comments, but don't worry, you can tell by the look on my face, I'll be absolutely clueless. So if I get one question right, just like, give me a little bit of boost in the chat. I'd appreciate it.
I'll give you the option of going, you can ask the question first, or do you want to answer the question first?
You know what? I'm going to brave him. I'm a brave boy now. I'm a big boy now, so I'm going to answer first.
Got your big boy pants on tonight, but have
Oh, I think so, but let me just hide the comments going on the screen now. Okay, I can't see it there. I can't see it here. Right. Hang on, let me get my questions up. Right, shoot away then.
Right, just to reiterate, obviously we haven't created these questions. Simon has done this on our behalf.
Thank you,
so
Simon.
I've got 8 questions to ask Evan. Evan's got 8 questions to ask me. Like I said, give Evan a minute or two to answer his question. Then we'll have a quick look in the comments, see if anybody else got it right. And then Evan will obviously fire a question at me.
In 1984.
Oh, it's worse than that.
Oh, no. Oh, I have a clue.
Oh. Right. So question number 1. In what year was Ninian Park built?
Oh, no. This is one I should know as well. I'm going to embarrass myself now, aren't I? What year was Ninian Park built? I'm going to narrow it down slowly. I'm not going to look at your reaction because it'll say it all then. In the 1800s somewhere. And I'm going to say 18... I don't know. I got 1823. Was I close,
I won't give you the answer yet. We'll go into the comments.
Okay, see if everyone else guesses first. Don't read out the number yet. Am I close or am I far off?
Oh, you're a couple of years away. So GD Parry says 1911. Paul says 1899. Martin says 1910. Graham 1908. Rhys 1909. Sue's 1910. Bob Bank 1910. Howell 1899. Just for Jonathan Davis. What year was Ninian Park built?
I think I went a bit too back in prehistoric times with the dinosaurs.
Yeah, just a little bit. The correct answer is in the comments.
Am I looking yet or still not?
No, you stay off the comments for now, man.
All right, cool.
So the correct answer is 1910.
Oh, someone was close. Someone got 1909, I think.
Yeah, there was a couple of people with 1910. Bob Bank, Suze, Martin Ryan. So well done for those who got it right. Right, I like the comments on mine now.
This is the standard we're going for, by the way, from me now. So just know I thought we were in a museum. Okay. Question number 1. What year did Cardiff apply to join the English Football League? Now, this is one I would have got close with. So what year did Cardiff apply to join the English Football League?
Ooh.
I can get the comments up now because it's not my... Let's see if anyone else would get as well.
I wouldn't have a Scooby-Doo, to be honest. I'm going to go 1924.
Okay, I'm just going to see now. We got Bob, pretty close. Bob's Rhys even closer. Rhys is 2 years out. So the correct answer was 1920.
Oh, I went too bad.
You were at least less than a decade away. So that was really good going. Fair play.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah. I mean, some of these questions I got for you, I think I could give a good guess at, but it's only because I can see the answers next to them, I suppose. You know what I mean? Like, it's easier when you have the answers, but yeah, I'm hiding the comments.
Yes, definitely. Right, I'll get the comments back up now, because obviously I'm going to ask you the question. Question number 2 then. What year did Vincent Tan take over as Cardiff City FC owner?
Oh, see, this one's... Okay, I can't get this one too far wrong. I should have said that. Okay, it's definitely in... Was there... I could be wrong here. Was there a time when he took part ownership, or did he take full ownership straight away when he took over the club? Do you know, like, or was it... I'm guessing we're just going from the first year that he took at least 7 if he didn't take it all. Okay. It's been a couple of decades, I'm sure. I'm thinking out loud a second, but it's not my final answer. I'm thinking around 2009. Wait, what's it now? 2025. I'm gonna say 2000. I'm gonna say 2009.
2009. Do you want me to read out any of the comments first, or do you want me to
go ahead? Tell me if anyone's close. I'll have a look now to give my guess, but I want to see if I can.
2011 playoff final. He bought the club from Ridgedale, says Rhys David Evans.
I can't be far off then.
2010 is the correct answer.
Oh, my second guess would have been 2011. Yeah, so I would have been off by 1. Hey, I'm happy with that. So I redeem myself.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Right.
We should be able to give ourselves bonus points. Bonus points for getting.
I think you should get a point. The aim should be to get the least amount of points, and you get 1 point every year you're out. So I would have already had about 100 points. There we are. Okay, question 2. Have you hit the comments?
Yeah.
Let's see. I almost read this as who LED. Sorry, who led the takeover of the club in May 2010? I wouldn't have a Scooby. So who led the takeover of the club in May 2010?
I haven't got a Scooby-Doo.
Some people have already got in the comments mine. They were quick.
No idea.
Fair play to everyone else, mate. I wouldn't have had a clue either. You haven't? No guesses? Nothing?
Nah, not
Fair
even
enough.
Fair
enough. So, well done, John. First straight in there. I'm going to have to pronounce this properly now. Datuk Chan Tien Gi, or TG is like also acceptable. So yeah,
no idea. Right, question number 3.
Right, that's right.
Okay. This is more your era, I think.
Oh, I feel more pressure.
What year did Mark Hudson take over as manager of Cardiff City Football Club?
Oh, hang on, I know this one now. Okay, I just have to remember everything. Right, so it was the same season that Steve Morrison got sacked, but obviously it runs over 2 years. So we had the 24-25 this season, 23-24, 22-23. It was the 22-23 season. Yeah.
I'll give you that. It's 2022.
Oh, you said what season or what year?
It just says what year did Mark Edson. So you got it with 2022.
Oh, well,
Give it
yeah.
that.
Was it when did we? It was over. Was it after January or? No, it was before because Steve Morrison got sacked. I think in like September or something, just after he signed Callum Robertson. So yeah.
Well done.
All right, cool. That's pretty good. That's pretty close to that one. Basically, had it. Okay. What year did Malky Mackay take over the helm at CCFC? Let's see who's going to be first to answer this one.
I'm between now as well. I got two.
That's the worst, isn't it?
2010. I'm going to go 2011.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Oh, it's correct. Well done.
Happy days.
Well done, Rhys, as well.
2010 and 2011.
I'm saying well done, Rhys, sorry, but I'm not sure if he's actually Googling every answer as well because he's got most of them pretty good. So, all right, here we go.
Oh, this one might... Well, you might be all right with this one. Question number 4. What colour was Cardiff City's kit in their FA Cup final versus Portsmouth?
Oh, I've seen the game as well. I've seen the game, and it's between two colours for me because I think Portsmouth played in blue, if I remember. I got a feeling we played in yellow, but is that yellow or grey or something like that? I'm trying to think now. I can't see the comments, but I just see the notifications on the bar going up so fast. So I'm like, okay, I should. I don't know. Yellow's in my head. I can remember now.
I'll give you a clue. There's two colours, and you've got to have both colours together. Right?
Oh, okay, fair enough. We didn't play in red. The Portsmouth, no, it wouldn't have been red then. That was before. I'm sure it was. Yellow and... Two colours of yellow and grey, but I don't think it's going to be both of them. Well, I'm going to say yellow is like the primary kit colour. I might be wrong. And then I'm just going to go for yellow and black, I'm going to say.
Correct. Black was the primary colour.
I shouldn't have said
yellow arms, I believe.
I just mixed them up. There you are. Fair play.
Good work.
Oh. All right, okay. Let's see. Pink and brown, John said. Right, you. There you go. There's another kit one for you now. What colour was the club's first ever kit? Two colours as well.
Are we talking Cardiff City now, or are we going back old school to the yellow and like brown maroony type of colour?
All I've got is what colour was the first club's first ever kit. So I think this is like
I would say like a brown yellow or like an ambery type. Do you know, like the Riverside?
I know what you mean. Kit. Go on. Do you mean like maroon or whatever? Like
yeah.
Was there a second colour that you had as well, or just that one?
Yellow and like a browny, whatever colour it is.
You know what? That's pretty accurate. I'll give you that. It was brown and orange. So like that was. I'll say yeah, because yellow is the very
Riverside
similar.
kit. The old.
Yeah. I think I seen it a while ago. Yeah. I would never have guessed it as the first kit. I thought it was green. Right. That's
right. This is
Riverside FC. I remember.
Yeah, that's the one. Who is the record appearance holder in the Football League era?
The most appearance. Say again. Sorry.
Who is the record appearance holder in the Football League era?
I'm guessing for Cardiff, right?
Correct.
Oh, this could be like anyone. I've got one name that keeps coming up in my mind. I don't know why. Oh no, I don't. I'm my only thing is that it's not going to be any more recent than like 2000. I don't have an answer. That's the thing. I generally don't have a clue because it's like your question with the owner. I was like, I think I'm just gonna have to take the L on this one because I don't even have like a name I can give you. Like I generally don't, because it's not gonna be someone I know.
That's all right.
Yeah.
The correct answer is in the comments. The correct answer is, in fact, Phil Dwyer.
Oh, right. Yeah. I didn't see him play, but I've always heard of his name, so I just never known. But fair play, yeah.
There was somebody actually called Billy Hardy who played, I think it was over 500 first team games, but obviously they weren't classed as Football League games then, first team games. But Phil Dwyer's got the record Football League appearances.
And that was in what era?
Oh, let me have a little look.
Yeah, see, I don't feel so bad now.
471 appearances he made. Yeah, it's going back a long time.
It was 14 seasons he spent with us, yeah. 1982-83 is when we got promoted to the second tier. Oh, there we are. Right, let's get mine back up. We're on question 5. Who holds the record for most appearances in all competitions?
It's not the name I've just mentioned, but or that wasn't included in that one, was it?
I'm not throwing anything off limits.
It's not that Billy Hardy who I just mentioned.
Well, it is. Well done. With 590. So most appearances. That's kind of crazy because I think the way Size structured these is that he kept the themes consistent. So yeah, you end up getting it. Well done. That was quick.
Helped that the fact that I kind of.
Well, you would have known it anyway. You probably would have guessed him. Yeah, fair play.
Here's one you should get. Who's Cardiff City's record transfer signing?
Oh, signing. Okay. I know the person who went for the most value. The record signing is either just basically the most money, right, on a transfer fee. Okay, it's between Bobby Decordova-Reid and Josh Murphy for me. Josh Murphy was 11 mil. Decordova-Reid was around the same. I think he was 14 mil. I'm gonna say Bobby.
Okie dokie.
That's wrong then, yeah.
I'm not telling you that.
All right, fair enough.
It is wrong. The correct answer was shouted out straight away. And it's a bit of a shit question, really, because you never got to play for Cardiff City.
Oh.
Poor Emiliano Sala was a record transfer, 15 million.
15 million euros.
Tragic circumstances, and he never got to wear the Cardiff City shirt. So, rest in peace to Sala. But yeah, that was the correct answer.
Still sucks, I remember, because that's the day where Bobby Reid, I think, scored twice against Bournemouth. And it was such an emotional game. It was a shame. It could have been, but, it wasn't, unfortunately. Question number 6 then. Who's the most expensive player ever sold by the club? And this is one that I knew.
Ooh. It's got to be...
Someone put Kanga in already. It's just not, is it?
I can't remember where he went.
Someone's got in the comments
Zaho.
already.
Kenneth Zaho.
Someone else put that in the comments as well. Jonathan put that there, but it's actually not him. Someone's got it in the comments.
I was having an argument about Mark McGuinness, but I wasn't.
Was Kenneth Zaho? How much was he sold for? Because I don't think he was sold that much to. Was it West Brom? Like, he was only. I think he was only like a couple mil. So Mark McGuinness was sold for about like 5 mil, I think, with loads of like add-on clauses. So yeah, so it would have been him if he was sold for his total amount. But it's actually Gary Medel. 10 million he was sold to Inter Milan's, probably about only like record-breaking transfer, I guess.
Could do with that type of player now.
He could, yeah. All that money.
Question number 7, 2 to go. What's the scores on the doors? I think I'm 3-2 in it. Is it 3-2 or something like that?
I should have been keeping track. You're definitely winning, but I've got about 2 right. Yeah.
3-2. Right. Who was the manager when Cardiff City reached the League Cup final versus Liverpool?
League Cup final versus Liverpool. This is going to be time back. But then again, oh man, I don't know many managers. I'm going to. It's not going to be Mackay because he's already been said as one of the answers, I'm pretty sure, unless Simon would do it twice to us. Who was before Malky? I'm just gonna say Eddie May. I hope for the best.
Don't sack Mackay. Malky Mackay.
No, it wasn't, was it? Oh, yeah. I should have got it. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, it was Malky Mackay. And I can always remember him singing that song against Liverpool when we played Liverpool up at Anfield. Don't sack Mackay, Malky Mackay.
Oh, man.
Just don't think
you understand
that if you sack Mackay, Malky Mackay.
I know the chat. I swear, like one of the recent games, people were singing it as well. But yeah, man, that's good. Oh, I should have stuck with that. But there we are. At the end of the day, it's the final score that matters, isn't it? Right. Who was the? Oh, I'll make sure I haven't read this yet. Okay. Who was the manager of Cardiff City's playoff victory in the Millennium Stadium? Wow, one is called
Lenny Lawrence.
Wow, no hesitation. Just fully in there. Well done.
I was there.
Well done, yeah. There we are. Correct.
Good old Lenny Lawrence. Yes.
Well, bank straight in there.
Yeah, good day. Good day that was. Fair play. Right, last question then. I think I'm onward bound now anyway, you know. So
4-2, I think it is.
Who scored the first goal for Cardiff in the League Cup final versus Liverpool? Again, it's before your time, this is.
I'm going to say it could be completely wrong. I'm going to say it was when we had Fowler. Yeah, that's fair enough. I don't know why I expected to get close to that one.
Lots of
say, oh no, it'd be
in the comments. It was young Joe Mason.
Yeah, we're never gonna get that one, but there we are. I'm glad I got at least more than 1 point. I have to. I am proud of myself. I know I beat myself down a lot, but some of them were arse. So
yeah, they're not.
I almost had 3, but who scored?
You should have had 3. You should have gone with your gut.
I should have gone with gut. You should have done it in the first place. Yeah. Well, here we are. Last question for you there to seal the deal. Who scored the semi-final winning goal versus Barnsley in the FA Cup? This is probably an easier one.
Dancing machine, Mr. Joe Ledley.
Yeah. As soon as you said dancing machine,
I was there for that as well.
Yeah, probably. When was that? Might have been like 2 years old. Oh, I was 6 years old. Yeah. Oh, there we are. Then, so what was that? 5-2, is it?
5-2, yeah.
5-2. I'm all right with that, to be fair. It's quite ironic that it's basically the scoreline for.
It's not about winning, but it's about taking part and having a good time and enjoying yourself.
As Errol Bullitt put it himself, right? You can look at all the stats and the score, but at the end of the day, it's the performance. Even if we get battered 4-0, we created chances. To say we didn't create chances is a lie, and hence why you got sacked.
But no, I enjoyed that. That was good
fun.
crack, and
Yeah.
thanks for everybody for joining in as well.
I think Rhys got everyone right, didn't he?
Probably, but he's a fountain of
great.
knowledge.
Google's a great thing.
But yeah, obviously, before we start wrapping up, then we'll keep it short and sharp tonight. We'll say now we're 40 odd minutes into it anyway. But what are you expecting now? Are you expecting anything to come out now before the weekend? Do you think, mate? Before the bank holiday weekend, do you think we'll hear anything? Or
no, I think it'll be like. I am quite optimistic. We still got a bit of time before May's over. I think we're going to get something before May's over. I think the pressure is then because everyone's thinking, oh, we haven't done anything and it's been the entire May. I think a bunch of nothing so far has kind of like got leaked or like leaked. People are saying things that are just completely made up. No evidence to back it up. I think there'll be more of that. There always will be. However, when I look at like on Twitter sometimes to see some people posting on there, I'm thinking like, you know what? I got a feeling like 28th of May, like towards the end of May, we are going to get something. I have no clue, by the way. People think I know in the know stuff. I'm like the least in the know person. It's just purely like gut feeling. I just think by the end of this month, we will have something because otherwise pressure's going to be mounting. And, the season, well, people will start preparing. You've got to think of players. They're going to be leaving, if they not know what the plan is. So I think by the end of this month, we'll get something. Do I think we'll get a manager we want? No. Do I think we'll get a manager? Yes. That's kind of how I feel about it.
It's a great question. Obviously, now we've gone down to League One, so we'll be entered into the EFL Trophy. So Ian's asked a question. Lads, what do you think about the EFL Trophy? My dad wants to book a hotel just in case. I wish I had his optimism. Do you think, is that a competition you would take and go full tilt? Is it an opportunity to play youngsters to get them ready to play in League One? I would probably say the latter, if I'm completely honest. I'm not sure. At the end of the day, it's an opportunity to get to Wembley. I don't know.
You gotta focus 100% on the league this season. We've never really done well in cup runs apart from this season, the season we just had that we've gone down in, which is quite ironic. And it's almost like it's the same thing like the Man United Spurs thing. Done terrible in the league, but yet they have a decent cup run. And I think a lot of other teams in League One, they're probably going to play their B teams or have a mixture. I think even our youngsters could, do really well in the cup regardless. Even our youngsters, because we got to use we got to use our youngsters in the league anyway because there's just so much hunger in that squad. But generally, yeah. You can't expect miracles, honestly, and even just going up is a miracle in a way. So we just full pelt just everything on the league this season. I would love to see a cup run, but I generally couldn't care less because if we end up staying in here for like 2-3 seasons, we'll end up getting used to League One. Then we'll do a Barnsley, Wigan, and everything else. So I just feel like you got to chuck everything at it. This is the reason why I'm not the manager because I'm quite bold in my claims, and I played Football Manager once as well, so I know what I'm doing. But yeah, it's like I feel like you just got to throw everything at it now. But you've got to have,
like I said, like Bob Bank have just said, there's a perfect competition to blood our youngsters. Could be a blessing in disguise.
We never play them. We never play them. We got to do it.
100%. Paul says we never took it serious. The last time he was in Division 1, my memory doesn't serve me that far back, unfortunately, Paul. Not that good, but. Yeah, so we are going to wrap up in the next couple of minutes, guys. So if there's anything else you want to look forward to, season ticket holder this year, Ev?
No, I wish I had that money to check around at the moment, but I don't. I will be going to the first game, whoever that is, and then a couple throughout the season. I think it would be nice to see different teams. Don't get me wrong, but like, I like how much support we're getting. Because we've already got like 5,000 season tickets, so I'm really proud to see that we're still going no matter what. I will still go. I've just probably watched most games at home if I can. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes really. But who knows? I might get a half season ticket if we do all right. I am kind of one of those people that picks and choose games. But yeah, so hopefully we sell loads of season tickets anyway. Because like we said as well, like, you know, getting the momentum as well is so powerful. If we just get a full stadium for the first game, even if throughout the rest of the season the stadium's not that big, you get the first game packed and we get a win, you know, people will turn up to the next game. But if we don't do that, if we don't start strong, I don't know if we're going to finish higher than fourth. Sorry to be positive.
Martin Ryan says he's got his season ticket, and then he said they sent him a medal.
Wow.
We'll be there with you, Matt. I know Rhys is obviously getting his. I'll be renewing mine as well for my sins. I'm hoping to do a couple of more away games as well next year. I think I've done 5 or 6 last year. So I'm hoping to get back on the road again and have a couple of trips away with the boy. Because I love the atmosphere on away games, and I suppose the atmosphere is better because the hardcore people go, the most, you know, the committed people, and, you know, the atmosphere is so much better. And I'd love that to be replicated in our own stadium, but it's never going to be because of the way the stadium is set up and, you know, how big the stadium is and things. I suppose, you know, you go away and it's 1,500, 2,000 fans. You're all stuck in a corner. And it, you know, is a brilliant experience. So I'm looking forward to it. Does anybody know when the fixtures actually get announced? Be interesting. Rhys David Evans will know. Come on, Rhys.
I think it'd be good as well when you see different away fans come to us as well, because I feel like the lower league you go, like you said, the more and more hardcore fans there are, because they'll pay almost ridiculous prices to see like a League Two team. And again, no disrespect, I just think that it'd be just good, more laughs, because you get like teams like Blackburn barely even filling their stadium, if I'm right, and yet they're not even doing that bad. But it's like, you know, it goes to show, and then you have packed out stadiums like Portsmouth. They've only just come up, like, so it'd be nice to see a different like kind of atmosphere as well.
Jonathan Davis says the fixtures announced before permanent manager.
This is what worries me. Yeah.
Jeff says June the 26th. Yeah, what day is that on? Because we'll have to do a podcast to talk about the fixtures. Let's have a look. I think it's a Thursday.
Yeah, it is.
It's a Thursday. The Flower Hour.
177th day of the year to celebrate.
So we will be the Flower Hour. We will be doing a fixture, something to do with the fixtures on that evening. Then, so that'll be one to look forward to. If you could hand pick the first game, who do you think you would? Who would you like to have first game? Home game?
Yeah, of course. I think you got to start home game. I see you mention the comments. I would like a Reading or one of the teams, whoever doesn't win the playoff final, whether it be Charlton or Leyton Orient. I don't know why. I just feel like if you start with a big team and you get a win, like you can't get much better of a start, can you? You don't want to face like a really easy team as the first game, do you? Because like everyone expects you to win, and if you lose that game, it's like, oh no. So I want a big team, Reading, Leyton Orient, or Charlton, whichever two. Stockport aren't up nowadays, so they, you know, any big team at home. But I don't know in us, we'll get a really good team away, won't we? So dodgy Vice time.
What? I was going to ask a question then, but it's completely slipped my mind now. Sue says we'll probably get Plymouth away.
I wouldn't mind that though. See, I think I don't know.
Obviously, this season we had a lot of 12:30 kickoffs. Is that the same in League One and League Two as well? Do they have as many 12:30 kickoffs, or
what's the blackout thing on that? Is it the same or is it different? Because they don't get as many televised games anyway, do they? So
no. So it'll be interesting to see if anybody in the chat knows. Martin Ryan says Plymouth is a good trip. I done that one last year as well, my boy. It was.
Was that good. The bullet meltdown?
Yeah, it was a good trip in fairness, and they come out at half time and they give all the kids like sandwich boxes and that.
Oh, that's good.
It was good. Plymouth, Reading, or Exeter for Boxing Day.
You want a nice, easy team Boxing Day, not Oxford though, obviously. I know they the championship.
I think we can't go into this league. And I know it's been said on the channel before. We're going into League One now, and we will be everybody's cup final type of thing. They'll all raise their game. when they play Cardiff City. It's as simple as that. So, if we're not on the ball, and I'm just busting now to see the retained list and who's going, who's staying. I just want to see that now.
Yeah, I think you've got to go on.
I was going to say, I'm hoping once that's announced, hopefully we'll see an increase in the season tickets. We'll hopefully not too many people will go in, fingers crossed, but hopefully, we'll see those numbers shoot up as well, once that retained list is published. I haven't seen anything or heard anything when that is going to be documented or, published. So, I'm sure Sai will do something as soon as that is announced. So fingers crossed.
I will say quick, I'm not too bothered when we get transfers as well. I'm not expecting world-class signings like something like Ricky J. Jones, for example. As long as we get some pace into the squad and players who actually want to play for the shirt, that's more than enough for me, because we've got enough youngsters to increase the competition there to make people compete for their places. This season gone, the last few seasons we haven't made people compete for their places. That's why we went down, because there was no competition in the squad. As long as we get that, we can sign whoever. As long as if they're a striker, they can score at least 3 goals a season. That would be nice,
Yeah. Awesome. Guys, thank you very much for your input in the comments tonight. Much appreciated. It was a bit of fun and games. It will continue next week, whether it's myself and Evan, myself and Rob and Evan. But yeah, 1-0.
Have my own questions next time. We'll see how we do then.
Up the Flower Hour. Thanks, guys. Have a good evening. Take care.